Alright, you're thinking about another build for the new Path of Exile expansion. Guess. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. That's actually my old video, because guess what? Ignite Necromancer, Detonate Dead, it's still one of the best builds you can do this league. Who would have thought? Would you have thought that Detonate Dead would be good for the 8 millionth league in a row? Yeah, well, I did. So that's why I'm making another guide video. What is this, round 6? Alright, well, here we can, I'll just reuse this video for the sake of ease, because it's still the same. You can see it's pretty zoomy. You know, it's pretty okay at mapping. I was, rank 1 Necromancer in this clip, as you see right here. XP-wise, anyways, is the XP race, I don't know. This was the Atlas Invasion event, like, some leagues ago, so there you go. It's definitely capable. It's still the same build since then. No nerfs this league. Because everything is the same. In fact, actually, it might have been buffed because of one of the new Atlas nodes. So actually, it was buffed. They lied. There was build buff, because unless they change it, there's a new node on the Atlas, which makes the monsters deal less damage, but then they also gain more life. So not only are you taking less damage, you're doing more damage. Because it does. The node says 25% less damage dealt by monsters, and they gain 50% more life. Well, that 50% more life will affect DD, and you're essentially gaining like 25% more damage there. So actually, this build was buffed, and it is probably the best league starter once again. Who would have thought? And I don't know what I'm doing in game here, but let's jump into the POB here. So, you know, I might actually 25% more ignite damage. That is pending to change, so it might actually be lower if they decide that it's too OP, but as of right now, it'd also be 25% less damage taken. With the new Atlas passive keystone node thing they put on. It sounds a little bit too good to be true, so I'm expecting them to nerf that before it actually comes out, but you know, I don't know why it says that. That didn't change anything. I don't know why it said that. That's weird. But anyways, let's get right into it. So this build utilizes Glorious Vanity, although you really don't need Glorious Vanity. I've never seen anybody actually farm it, but it's a huge tankiness boon. So if you're looking to play this character for a while, not just boss rush, and you know, I actually play it as a character, not like a racing character, you'll eventually get a Glorious Vanity, and that'll what it does is gives you a bunch of energy shield. Then some of your damage that you take goes through your energy shield, and also does your life. So essentially taking life and energy shield damage at the same time, and then you'll have a shield which will recover your life, or energy shield, or both, depending on how much you want to farm. You can't, I don't have it right there, but alright, well, I'll put it in later, but Shaper mod on your shield will make you regenerate life, and yeah, so you have a bunch of armor, you have a bunch of evasion, you know, get cap spell suppression, you can get some extra res from your shield. It's pretty beefy, probably the tankiest build you can do, while still maintaining okay damage. It's not like it used to be. It used to be really good damage, and now it's just okay after the spectre nerfs and stuff, and all the other nerfs it was hit with a few leagues ago, but it is still the best build. Potentially. On par with Seismic. Close enough. Yeah. So you got a huge hit pool here. You see that? Yeah, that's pretty large. Let's get into the skills here. While you're leveling, you can go with, you start with Stormblast Mine and Freezing Pulse. And then you go Orb of Storms and Stormblast Mine. Also, you know, there's something new you can do, which I'll add right now. You can go You can level with Spark. That's actually what I recommend doing. It's really nice. I'm actually probably going to delete the other things. You go Spark, you go like Pierce, you go Onslaught and like added lightning damage. There you go, that's your 4-link. And when you're getting Act 2, you can put like, I don't know, something else. But that's good enough. You know, yeah, I'm actually going to delete that. I'll delete Frostbomb too. Don't need that. So you'll level with Spark. It sounds kind of troll, right? But it's actually really good now. Leveling with Spark. I mean, I'll just set these little longs for level 1, but there you go. And then you'll do a lot of damage with this, and you'll have much better clear. And it feels really nice. It's smooth. You can go all the way up to level 28 with it. With the Armageddon brand. Then you can use Orb of Storms for some extra damage against bosses and stuff. Arcane Surge, Flame Dash, you know, Vitality, Clarity, Steel Skin. I don't know why Clarity's there. You probably don't want to use it, but Vitality, Steel Skin, you want to be really safe. Skitter Bots when you get them in Act 2. You can throw like a Herald of Ice or Herald of Thunder too if you want. Here's your 28 to 55 links. Armor Brand, Onslaught, Combustion, Ignite, Perlif. That'll carry you all the way to Katava. Then Cremation, GMP, Consecrated Effect. You can go LMP if you don't have GMP yet. You know, you can pretty much you do so much damage with this leveling setup, you can pretty much stick in anything you want. So there you go. You can throw in your Molten Shell if you want in there. If you want to be tankier, throw in your Determination, Arctic Armor, Skitter Bots. There you go. Basically, you can't really go wrong with the leveling setup in here anymore. Like, it's pretty good. Okay, so this says 55 plus Detonate Dead. I wouldn't do that. I'd wait till maps. So, I don't know. I'll just change that to like 70 or something. Right. Alright. There you go. Tempest Shield, and then you have Molten Shell cast while damage taken. VMS, huge tankiness. That shouldn't be enabled. That's kind of cheating. I mean, you can click it. You can see still 200,000 effective hit pool, pretty large. And you get Bone Offering, Wave of Conviction, Life Tap. You put in your weapon if you want to use a Trigger Craft. If you don't want to use it, you don't have to use Life Tap, and you can just cast normally, but you need Life Tap because Trigger Craft will make it cost a ton of mana, more than you have, so you need to put Life Tap in there, and that'll just automate it. You probably want to do that. Determination, Defiance Banner as your, auras, Shield Charge, faster attacks. Desecrate, linked with Spell Cascade, faster caching. You can throw your Flame Dash in there too, so it gets the faster casting. Here are your Detonate Deadlings, Ignite, Prolift, Combustion, Unbound Ailments, Burning Damage, Swift Affliction. So your 5-link, I'd probably drop Swift Affliction, because that will also make your Ignite last less long, so that would be your 5-link. Your 4-link would be, you can drop, it's like, you need Ignite Prolift, you need Combustion, that I'd use like Burning Damage or something. Unbound Elements 5th. You can swap this in and out for Cruelty. Cruelty's a little bit better for mapping, but it really isn't a big difference, so if you're too lazy to swap them for bossing, I'd just stick with Burning Damage. And on your bossing, you can swap Ignite Prolift out for something like Cruelty or Efficacy, whatever you prefer. Probably Efficacy is better because your Cruelty is based off your hit damage, and you might not be getting huge hits on bosses, so Efficacy might be better there. And then you actually don't need these anymore. So the way spectres work now, they changed it this league, or I don't know if it was last league, but I think it was this league. you get a spectre gem, and then you can raise a spectre, and then you can unsocket the spectre completely, and then it'll still be in your desecrate pool. That's very nice. Then I've included an unearthed variant in here too for gear, but that's a different build, but it's still similar. So if you're interested in that build, it is in there, but I wouldn't worry about it. Pretty much only worry about the end game item set here. Notes, I got some notes here. I have to change these around a bit. There you go, lots of nice stuff here. It'll explain everything to you. Here's a spectre list. You don't really need it anymore, but I get the question a lot. What specters? This will list everything you need to know about specters. So you probably want Auric Colossus. I spelled that wrong. Colossus Spectre is the best spectre because it is bugged and has like 5 or 60% life. And it's supposed to only have, everything's supposed to be scaled down to 360, but they forgot about this one. So that is your best spectre. Auric Colossus, it's in Act 3 in the Solaris Temple, level 2. It's one of the giant statues. You might have to reset a few times to get it. You kill it, you raise it, then you get rid of your spectre gem. And yeah. Here's how you can craft some of your gear. This is just Essence of Fear. You throw it on, you roll it till you get some other good mods like fire, damage multi, maybe cast speed. You need an open suffix for triggering your socket spell. Here is a shield, which is for your elemental res and a bunch of armor, if you want to go that route. Or if you need spell suppression, you can go this route too, with getting spell suppression on it. Maybe some reduced crit strike. You can just spam, harvests or essences with life, random essences, whatever. Pretty much all your gear is going to become from spamming harvest life rerolls or essence with life or res rerolls until you get good life and you satisfy your res needs and you get spell suppression capped. You're going to want to get the duration ailments while focusing on your helmet here capped. And you'll pop that whenever you're fighting a boss, and it'll make you do a lot more damage because your ignite will last longer. So if you hit a fatty ignite, you hit one of your specters, it'll last forever. What I tend to do is you pop it at like near to the end of your Vol Detonate Dev, and it's gonna stop casting. You'll get a feel for that. That'll make your Vol Detonate Dead damage carry over longer, and it makes the build do a lot more damage. Here, get some spell suppression, fizz reduction, but you're going to want the Gravicious craft, which you get from killing Gravicious. In Syndicate, gain 10% of maximum life as extra energy shield. That is a prefix, and it is huge defense. You really want that. This failed mod, the increased duration one's just from any helmet you can unveil. We'll give it to you randomly. Here are your gloves, spell suppression, life, any stats you need, res, blah, blah, blah. There's no really good craft for it. You can kind of stick on whatever you feel like. Boots, spell suppression, life, yep. Here, you can craft effective non-damaging ailments. You're going to want to craft that on your amulet, maybe your rings too. On your rings, you want to craft minimum endurance charge, but if you want a little bit more damage, you can do effective non-damaging elements too. This will make the enemy slower, like a lot slower if you stack a lot of this. Like you get it on the tree here too, elemental focus. And it'll increase your shock and chill effect because it's built into your ascendancy. Then you can get damage multi, life, a little bit of mana regen, you don't really need it, or you can use in Ungles. This is nice early, because pretty much guarantees your EO uptime, and it makes it really smooth. But a better rare amulet would be better for your damage, but it's a little hard to get so early on. You'll probably be using an Ungles. Ring, life, res, craft minimum endurance charge, get any attributes you need. Same thing here. You can get dot multi. I think that's an essence. Your belt will be life, energy shield, armor, whatever, res. You can get an elder belt. You can get it with life and percent life. There you go. Something you might want to do, not super necessary, is get stun immune. You can roll it on jewels, avoid stun chance. It's a little bit overkill, and I typically would only do it for gauntlet, but if you want to go really overkill, there you go, but I wouldn't worry about it. So here is how we go leveling. You go through up here, change this. So because you're going to be Spark, you're going to want to go to Lightning Walker. You go straight up here. Then you grab these 2 life nodes. And then you come down here, grab this, grab that, and grab Holy Dominion. And go over here and grab Divine Judgment. Come up here, grab that. You're also going to want to go up like this. So you're going to want to, I'd go straight up like this. And then grab these. Here's Cruel Lab level 55. It says DD respec, but I don't recommend doing that. I'm pretty sure I stole this POB, right? I think I remember that from... Yeah, I think I remember that. Here we go. Then you're going to want to grab Spiritual Aid here. That'll be a pretty good damage boost. You can grab your reservation nodes here. It'll buff your auras, let you put more auras on. At this point, you're going to be using Armor Brand and Cremation, so you can stick these nodes in if you want. I mean, I'd actually go more like... I mean, it's fine. You can just grab those nodes too. And yeah, you'll be fine. Click fire nodes, you can grab these ones and then respec them later. I mean, like I said, it's really hard to mess up this leveling. Like, you're pretty free to do whatever you want for your tree. It's pretty hard to mess up, but I'll just leave it there for the fact of leaving it there. It doesn't actually do much for your damage, but at this point, but it's still helpful. So you'll still be like deleting bosses, really not an issue. And then you can grab this, grab that. Make it a little bit smoother. Just grab whatever looks good in the area to you, honestly. Like I'm saying, it's really hard to mess up. Here's the Merc Lab. Now this is when I'd actually swap the DDs. Like after Merc Lab, you're getting into maps. You're around level 70. You got Vol Detonate dead. And you got your Ignite chance up. 20% chance to ignite there. You got another chance to ignite there. Some ignite chance there. You've got combustion linked in your thing. And you've got 100% chance to ignite. And that's when it'll start feeling good. And then here you go. Your Uber Lab tree. And grab some of these. Grab all this stuff here. There we go. Here's endgame. So it'll look like an endgame. Yeah. There you go, Glorious Vanity. If you don't have Glorious Vanity, you obviously just don't take these nodes and you can stick them somewhere else. Very good. Yeah, I wouldn't take Leafy Shade, but there you go. I'll take those out. And you can always look at my profile. I have a ton of DD characters. But, yep, that's about it for DD. I don't think I missed anything. You can check my other videos too. Like, everything still applies from them. I'm just re-releasing this video for the sake of re-releasing it because, you know, it's a new league, new video. And, yeah. That's about that.